Hey, what's up, guys? I had this phone. This is a iPhone 6s Plus. The connector was bad on it. 1 second, let me just fix this up. Yeah, the connector was bad. So when I turn on the phone, it just gave me some crazy numbers. And as you guys can see, these at the end right here, this was broken, the ground on one side of the connector. So I replaced that, and I'm getting this, what I'm going to show you right now. Let me also shut this down. Okay, that's better. Okay, as you guys can see, I get backlight, but it's on one side is dark. Right here is dark. Sometimes this move to the other side. You can see this phenomenon. So we're gonna try to fix that, and I'm gonna show you right now a little bit of what we're gonna do to fix that. All right. Look, this is a closer look of what happened to this phone. If you guys can see here, this is a little fuse, then it goes right here to here. It's gonna connect this these two right here, and it is a capacitor from here to here. Okay, so there was an explosion on this thing. We can see two little holes right here, two little holes. So what we're gonna do, we have to trace this line. We have to find out the source, where this come from. And there is when we're gonna open my CXW. Okay, this is the line. This is the line that we have problems with. This is the little fuse, then explode that fuse. And here is the trace. So what we're gonna do here, let me just pinch right here, and everything goes to this capacitor right here. So here we're gonna run a jumper from here to this one, to this test point, because this test point is gonna go directly to this one. So that's what we're gonna do. And also before, in between the jumper wire, we're gonna have to put this filter and the capacitor, just to be on a safe side. So we know this capacitor right here, it goes, this is the line, and this is ground. So that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, first we're gonna start by removing this thing right here. This cover. Okay. Okay, now we have exposed where we're gonna over. So this is the capacitor, where we're gonna jump our line from. We're gonna go here all the way around until this test point. This one right here. Okay. So first, let me inspect the line. First we're gonna put our test point right there. We're gonna apply some flux. A little bit of flux. And gonna put a little bit of soldering right here. And I'm going to bend this so it will give me a better grip. That's how I'm gonna do it. You guys can do it differently. You just have to have a good grip on the connection right here, on this joint. That's how I'm gonna do it, so it can hold better, like that. Alright, we're gonna put some more flux. There you go. I'm gonna grab my soldering iron and we're gonna apply more soldering. Make sure we have a very strong joint right here. If you guys can see, we have a pretty strong joint. Just clean this a little bit. Just to check our joint. Oh, very good. Okay. Now from here we're gonna run our line, but let me just cut this. We have a strong joint, strong jumper right here, so I just want to make sure I don't get any contact with the ground, because this is not a ground line. This is for the backlight. So I'm gonna just clean right here, this area. And I'm gonna put some coating. I'm gonna put some coating to protect that jumper to make contact with the ground. Like this. It's gonna come around here, so I'm gonna put some more here and some more here. Alright, let's see. It's gonna come like this. That's gonna be our jumper. I choose this wire because this wire is pretty strong. It's very strong. Just have to be like this. I don't want, for no reason, this. I'm gonna put a little piece of tape just to hold it. Meanwhile, I dry this. So we put the protection, we put the coating, and just to make sure that doesn't go to ground, doesn't make any contact with the ground, with all the components around here or the ground right here. Okay, we have our line here, and from here we have to add a capacitor and a filter, which are the ones are missing over here. Alright, that's what we gotta do now. And for that, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my donor. Okay guys, also I want to talk about this. Remember, this test point right here on the bottom, this one right here, it goes directly to this one, to this side of this filter, this side. It doesn't go to this capacitor. So make sure these trays right here is connected to this capacitor, because even if the trace here is gone, then you have no choice to make. You have to bring a jumper from there to here to make sure the line goes over here. And what I did, this was blown up, but it was a little point, a little dip. I just scrape and I find the trace, and I put a little bit of soldering paste, and I make a jumper, a small jumper from here, from the little trace to this capacitor. So that little trace is the one that it comes from the test point. So I'm gonna show you now with the microscope. I'm gonna show you what I did. Let me zoom here. You see it right here, where the lines comes from the test point. The line comes to here, to this trace right here. From that trace we have the filter. And we have this this capacitor right here, which the filter we put it right here. So from the test point it's gonna come to this trace right here. So I didn't have that, the trace was gone, so I scratch a little bit, I find the trace, I put some soldering paste, and I make a contact with this capacitor. If you don't do that, even if you run all this wire, you're not gonna have a full backlight, because this has to make contact with this capacitor, this trace, in place for this to work. Okay. And I'm gonna show you what I did here. Is I put on the test point, I put the filter and I put the capacitor, and I put some soldering paste. Make sure they don't move. And this cable goes to C4053 directly to these components right here. So what we did is take a line from from C4053, take it to the test point, which is the test point 25, TP25, which is this one right here, and add a little capacitor. And before we make contact with the line that we're bringing, we have to put this filter, which is the one that blew up in here. Okay, that will complete the line, and hopefully, if we did everything right, we should now get a full backlight. We're gonna go now and connect the screen in this. The phone is disabled, but as you guys can see, now we got full backlight. There we go. That will solve the problem on these 6S Plus. We only have it had like a corner, this corner, or sometimes even switch to this corner. That's what the customer told me. That's it, guys, and hope you like the video one more time, and hope this helped you. Don't forget to subscribe.